and they think, well, I want to fit in, then I'll do what everyone else does and jumps on the bandwagon.
That's true. The peer pressure you get from friends.
Also, you could say, for example, like in a lot of these Muslim countries, what they do is like they take snippets from culture, like Jahiliyyah culture from before Islam, and they get Islam and they mix it together, jam it up together and call it Islam and so on. And also they do it for power reasons as well. For example, like for tribal leaders to maintain their status after Islam.
That's true. So we've got a spectrum of reasons why they do it, but fundamentally there's something we would call that there's some benefit they want to get out of it. Simple, isn't it? If you look at it. And what's the criteria that the Muslims use?
Halal and haram.
Halal and haram. Yeah, let's take more questions there, bro. Yeah.
Bro, you talked about the Muslims should actually think about other issues. I.e., the example of Pakistan, and we can add something with this thing and the water and other countries. But if we find that the Muslims are here in the UK, so Pakistan and other issues are a bit far away. So how do we actually reach out?
Okay. Can you take some more questions?
Let's take one more. Yeah, go on. Is this related?
Yeah, I think it's a question. I think, just to add to what that brother said, I heard a brother also here talking about earlier on. It's true that Pakistan is so far away and everything. When you speak to the Muslims in this country, you get the feeling, regardless of whether it's Pakistan, Gaza, Somalia, Sudan, they're just not interested. They're so comfortable in their lives. There's nothing, They could be Somalian, and whatever's happening in Somalia, they don't really care. They could be Pakistani, whatever's happening in Swat, they don't really care. They're too comfortable with their general lives. What is it we can do to, in a sense, wake them up?
So the first question, look, even, I think, look, the point of the talk, and I think over the next few weeks you guys are going to be going over what kind of activities. So next week's talk, the origins of hip hop, yeah? It's going to give you a taster or it's going to give you an idea of what kind of youth activism can you do in this country, yeah? What kind of things can you do to solve those type of problems? It's going to give you one idea, one action, or one type of action you can do, yeah? I'll give you a generic understanding. Look, the attack that I gave, the second example I gave, was of contest 2, isn't it? And contest 2 is an example of, in this country, the government are trying to change Islam. And you can't underestimate the importance of this move by them, because in this country, they are planning, and they are doing actually, they are sending people around the Muslim world to teach them this new Islam, this modern Islam, 21st century Islam. Yeah? So, what do you think? In this society, is there not much we can do? Can we not fight against, yeah? And I'll qualify what I mean by fight against, yeah, in a minute, yeah? Can we not think that there are some roles that we can do in the UK to repel what the government's plans are? So one of the things is that, look, they want the Muslims to be like these kind of youth. They want you to be picking and choosing from the book, so you don't eat these kind of meats. That's fine. Don't do that. But you know what? Don't be active Muslim youth. Yeah? If you want to pray, I prefer if you didn't, but if you insist, then fine, yeah? But there are some things here, they don't want you to get involved. They don't want you to speak out against their policy. They don't want you to defend Islam. They don't want you to be the person who explains Islam as it is. They want you just to be forever blind. Yeah, forever blind here while they are trying to change Islam. And they want you to be afraid. So while they're saying this, that homosexuality is alright, yeah, if you say a view different to them, you're an extremist. So what will happen over time is Muslims will be like, I don't want to speak out against it, yeah, because I'm going to be the odd one out. I'm going to look funny. And that's how they're going to achieve it. So is there anything we can do? Yeah, we need to be youth activists. The youth need to get out. They need to think, look, I need to not be like these people who pick and choose. I need to be someone who lives by Islam in its totality, because today is the time. Yeah, Islam is under an amazing amount of attack, physical and intellectual. Now I need to be the one who learns about this deen, acts upon it, yeah, carries this message. Because the people who we love, yeah, people who we love like the Sahaba, they became great. yeah, in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not because they sat around. Not because they, you know, just sat in the mosque, but because Islam was being attacked intellectually and physically, yeah? And they stood up to the challenge. And they stood up and they continue standing up to the challenge. And hence these people became great. So we need to think, look, there's simple actions we can do. We need to, all of us as youth, we need to think, what are some practical actions I can do? For instance, I need to make sure I'm practicing Islam to the best of my ability. At the same time, not later, at the same time, in order to be able to practice Islam to the best of my ability, I need to be one of the people who are defending Islam. Yeah? So I need to be getting involved in this youth work that these brothers are doing. I need to be bringing people here. I need to be speaking to those brothers. In the week, I need to go and meet some of my friends, yeah? I need to tell them about what we discussed at the talk. We've got leaflets over there. Read the leaflets, learn the arguments, go and take them to people. All your friends, maybe the guy you haven't seen for a few years, give him a call. What's happening? Let's discuss, yeah? Whatever it takes, bring people to this circle, yeah? Get involved, yeah? Whatever it is you're doing now, alhamdulillah, if you're doing good, you're coming here, that's good. If you're actually helping out, bringing people down, that's excellent, yeah? If you're more than that, you're an organizer, fantastic. But you know what, there's always more we can do, yeah? So that's what we can do from here. And in regards to SWAT, yeah? There are many actions that we can do. Like, for instance, a lot of the people who are of power or have some influence in Pakistan, and I'll give you an example from SWAT. Imran Khan, you know, famous cricket player, he has a political party. But on his political party, they have like a charity humanitarian wing. And what they're doing is they go to Pakistan and, they're in SWAT and they're giving out food, or they're going to the areas where the refugees are and they're giving them food and aid and, you know, flour and these type of things to, you know, help them. And on the vans, sides of the vans, they've got big pictures of Imran Khan with a big cheesy smile on his face, big cheesy smile, yeah? Where do you think he got that money from? Where do you think he got the money? He got the money from the people in the UK. Yeah, when his party wastes that money, they come to the UK and they find their donors and they go to them. They have, you know, big auctions and these type of things, yeah, where people come and they agree with what he's saying and they give them money. The point is, people in the UK are very influential, very influential. Yeah, so we have a very important role. There are many people amongst us now who actually have important roles in Pakistan, in Somalia. Yeah, you know, subhanallah, you know, Abdullahi Yusuf, yeah, he's the president of Somalia. Do you know one of his security, like chief security officers, not officer like in terms of he stands on doors, yeah, in terms of he's in charge of security in the country, minister. Do you know where he was? He used to work in Leighton Tesco. Wallahi, no joke. Yeah, and this is the guy who's the right-hand man for the president of Somalia. And there are many examples, yeah, of rulers who have people here who we can try and access. So there's much we can do. We have demonstrations as well to expose these people. Yeah, and these demonstrations get worldwide coverage. So again, you can bring people down, bring big numbers, yeah? There are many things we can do, inshallah.
Okay, next week, just to announce, yeah, because this is quite related issue. Next week, we're gonna cancel the talk. It's gonna be postponed for the following week, because there's a march taking place from American Embassy to the Pakistan regarding the SWAT issue. So inshallah, it's at 5 o'clock at Grosvenor Square, I think. Okay, I'll take your question, inshallah.
I was gonna say, you know the imams in our area and wherever you live, they're not talking about the issues that you mentioned, yeah? So the last khutbah that I went to, the whole khutbah was on KFC. The whole khutbah, yeah? He was saying that, look, we shouldn't eat so much meat anyway. We shouldn't eat so much fried chicken. We should eat meat just once a week, yeah? This was the khutbah. And he didn't even mention about how the dogs are eating the flesh of the Muslims in Swat. You know what I mean? Even, you know, even when Iraq and Afghanistan was being bombed, the first khutbah I went to after the bombing was the issue of how to make wudu properly. Yeah, so the imams are not talking about the issues here. So what hope do we have for the ummah to talk about it? Because the ummah give the leadership to the imams. You know what I mean? So how do we bring the ummah to the issues that you was talking about?
We'll take that question. There was another brother who his hands up over there. Okay. Yep. Okay.
One argument is that if you don't deal with these smaller issues first, you're never ever going to be able to deal with the bigger issue that you mentioned. So this halal meat, the wudu, salah, the prayers and these things, if you can't sort these out, how are we going to sort out the bigger problem? How would you respond to that?
I've been watching Assalamu alaikum. I've been watching Islam channel lately, and I see they've been raising money for Pakistan. They've been doing 100-meter sprints to raise money for Islam, so like for the Pakistan. Sorry. Do you think that's the kind of things that we should be doing to solve the problems over there? And so forth?
Okay.